Hi, my dear students. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Roots of Biology. In this channel, I teach biology for high school students. So now I am teaching for class 10th. So the chapter 7, that is how do organisms reproduce. So one thing I wanted to say you, it's been a long time. I did not put any videos because of my personal work. So I'm going to continue this video now onwards. So sorry for that. So let us start with the new concept, that is under how do organism reproduce lesson, that is vegetative propagation. Come, let us discuss about this now. So what is vegetative propagation? Okay. So, previous class I told you about reproduction, that is asexual reproduction. So, this vegetative propagation, it is also a form of asexual reproduction. Got it? So, in plants where we can see the new plant develop from the vegetative parts. What are the vegetative parts? So, there are some vegetative parts like stem, roots, leaves. So, instead of seeds, so this is what we called as vegetative propagation. So, this method that offsprings are genetically identical to the parental plant. They look exactly like a parental plant. So preserving desirable traits nothing but the characteristic features. So usually it occur naturally in some plants and also can be induced artificially for agricultural and horticultural benefits. So I think I have come across these things. Horticulture, I think you heard about this name, right? So even agriculture also they will implement this vegetative propagation. So it is widely used in agriculture, horticulture and forestry also. So they produce high yielding, disease resistant and fast growing plants by this method. Okay. It is particularly beneficial for plants that do not provide viable seeds, have a long germination period. So this is regarding vegetative propagation. So come, let us discuss about this vegetative propagation now. As I told you, this vegetative propagation, it is a type of asexual reproduction. It is usually seen in plants. So this process it mainly include single plant and the offsprings. Okay, so it mainly include single plant and the offsprings. You can see here. So and it arises in identical both genetically and morphologically to the parental plant. So this exactly look like a parent. So this is what we called as vegetative propagation. Come, let us discuss about this in detail. What is this vegetative propagation? What are the different types of vegetative propagation now? Now let us discuss about the types of vegetative propagation. So have a look at this picture, children. Now, so these are the vegetative propagation by root. So root is a form of asexual reproduction. What happened here, where a new plant developed from a specialized advantageous roots. Okay, you can see here. So here you can see the plants, right? The growing plants. So this is what we called as advantageous roots. These roots are, what does it do? It will mainly store the nutrients and can generate a new shoot which grow into an independent plant. So this method ensures genetically uniformly and making it useful in agriculture, even in the horticulture field. So let us discuss about what are the propagations which occur. One example I can give you. Here I have a two picture of some plants. So one example I can give you the sweet potato. See here. So this sweet potato usually stores food in the advantageous root which can be sprout into new plants. So like that it can be sprout into new plant. So like that, another example I can give you dahlia. So has a tuberous root that generate into new shoot. So like this, so this type of propagation is called vegetative propagation. So I hope you got it. Now let us discuss about vegetative propagation by stem. So have a look at this picture, children. So it mainly occurs through stem when new plant which arise from the nodes. So these are the structures you can see in between. These are called nodes. Okay, this is where buds are formed. Okay, which grow into new plant. So the stem that grow horizontally on the ground. So you can see here it will grow horizontally on the ground. So these are called runners. Okay, the stem that grow horizontally on the ground, these are called runners. So as these runners grow, buds from at the nodes, it will form a buds at the nodes. Okay, so which later develop into roots and shoots. So these are shoots and this is roots. Okay, it will form a bud, later it will develop into root as well as shoot system, resulting in the formation of a new plant. So we can give a very good example. Even grass is a good example. Even mint leaf, this is also a very good example for vegetative propagation by stem. I hope you got it. Let us move on to the next vegetative propagation. Now let us discuss about the vegetative propagation by leaf. So children, have a look at these pictures now. So these are called bryophyllum, okay, and begonia. So it has a adventitious buds. You can see these are the adventitious buds. It is coming out from the notch of the leaf, okay. It will come out from the notch of the leaf. These buds it develop into a new plant. So this is what we called as vegetative propagation by leaf. Okay. So how naturally these vegetative propagations occur. So really we are surprised to see this God's creation, right? So the plants are miracle because they make us to understand the better way how to survive. Okay. Now let us move on to the next video. Now let us discuss about another method of reproduction. So those are called cutting. Okay, this is the most common method. It is mainly employed by the gardeners. Okay, it is helpful to grow a new plant. So by this method, what they will do here, they will cut the portion of the stem and planted it into the soil. Okay, they will cut the portion. I think your mother would have done these type of planting at home. Okay, they used to plant, they will cut, for example, I can say you the rose plant, right? So they will cut that rose part and they will again they will plant it in the soil. After few days you can see the new plants will be growing by that, right? So like this, it's a method called as cutting, which develop root and further grow into a new plant. So here on exam one picture I am showing you how the new plant is going from the cutted part. Okay, with nodes and point in the soil you can see here, and this it's a basic stem cutting process. It's also one type of artificial method of vegetative propagation. Now let us move on to the next concept, sorry, the next type of vegetative propagation. So have a look at these pictures. So in grafting, what we use two closely related plants, which are very closely related in their features. We select those plants which produce a new plant that has the desired combined characteristic features of both the parental plant. It will contain both the characteristic features of a parent. We will select those plants. So we will select, this is what we call as stalk. Okay, one plant is the stalk, of which we take the root system, and the other one is called scion. Okay, so one which is having a root, this is what we call as a stalk. Another one is called scion, of which we use the shoot system. So in this method what they will do, in this method of artificial vegetative propagation, we attach scion to the stalk. They see they have given us steps here. First they will cut, they will select a plant which is having a similar characteristic features. They will cut, for stock they will attach the scion. Okay, so stock of the second plant. In general we use grafting for variety of plants, such as they will, for example, see they will tie a knot for this, so wrap, and they will be waxed. So after few days what happen here, so from that part it will grow into a new plant. So this is what the way they will do. Okay, this is process is called grafting. For in the general we can say it is used for the variety of plants such as roses, apple, as avocado. For these plants they use this method. It is also type of artificial vegetative propagation method. Let us move on to the next slide. So another type of vegetative propagation, that is artificial method, I can say, that is layering. Okay, here it is an artificial vegetative propagation technique. What they will do here, whereas the stem is bent, okay, one part of the stem is bent and covered with a soil. They will cover that with a soil. You can see here they cover that with a soil while still attached to the parental plant. Even though it is still attached to the parent, they will bend it and covered with a soil. So the buried portion develop into roots. Okay, the buried portion will develop into roots, and once it is well rooted, so later what happen? It is separated to grow as a independent plant. So you can see here they will cut this part later and it will grow as a new individual plant. So this is one method of artificial method that I can say, the layering. Um, So roots from the buried node. Once the root develop, the new plant is cut from the parental plant. Example I can give you. Jasmine is a very good example. So for this, and let us move on to the next slide now. Till now, I explained you about vegetative propagation. It includes both natural as well as artificial method of vegetative propagation. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment box. I will explain you in detail. So, and one more thing I wanted to say you, the next class I'm going to explain you about sexual reproduction. It's a very important concept. So, we'll discuss in detail about that in our next video. So, please go through my videos and watch, and please share it to others, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel, because if you subscribe, if you like, if you share, it might be useful to many students who are in need to learn biology. Okay, I hope you got it. So please do watch my videos, and please do share, please do like and please do subscribe. Thank you children. We will meet in our next class.